Hi everyone. I know I said my last video was going to be my last one, but I changed my mind. Okay, so I'm not going to make this too long, but I needed to say some things real quick. First of all, I've been through so many seasons of my life in the seasons of my life so far, and I have the stories of a 100-year-old grandma. I have the weariness of a 90-year-old grandpa, and I have the heart like the creator, which is forever and eternally is like this gravitational wave, forever going on and on and on, even after this shell, this body, this meat suit, whatever you want to call it, gives out. And I don't know where my soul is right now. Interestingly, there's these like hanging gardens somewhere in California where supposedly the souls of people who sold their soul or had their soul stolen from them are held in like these glass balls or some way hung up in trees in a special grove in California. Anyway, sometimes I feel like mine is long gone, and maybe you can have a heart of gold and no soul, maybe not. Whatever. Um, some people are not what they seem, and the worst thing in the world to do is to play along when you know somebody's being fake with you. Take it from me. I've done that my whole life, and I had to learn that the hard way with the person who was going to take me to see Michael Chapala, and that person ended up lying to me about why I was being interviewed, told me it was for A. Morgellons documentary, and then telling me my video with me bearing my soul, no less, was going to be used as an example of internet psychosis, no matter what I had to say about it. She then invited me to contact a lawyer. LOL. Now she's coming onto my video that I made the last video I made under a different name and calling me a drug addict and a huge liar and saying because I associate with herbalists she thinks are doing bad things that I guess that makes me like them. I don't know. Not my problem. I am being gracious and kind by not saying her name or telling all the other terrible things she's done to me and the people that I care for on here. Did I do drugs in my past? Yeah. So did most of the people that deal with this, or at least half of them. Did I get blood poisoning and God knows what kind of poisoning from hanging out with those bad people? Not all of them were bad, but I mean, probably. Can I change what happened now? No. So I'm politely asking you to stop. You know who you are. Stop. Thank you. It's been really rough these days. My heart is hurt, body aching and throbbing, acid like feeling in legs and feet. Lots of bizarre things, but I will not give up because that's exactly what my enemies want me to do. Or they want to keep me alive to suffering. Either way, they lose because this is my choice right in this second. And I choose to be here right this second. Ultimately, Creator's choice. But my Father in heaven not only loves me, but I think He chuckles at me sometimes. I really am a blonde. I love you guys. So many of you are in pain and suffering, and there's nothing I know to do except pray and be there for you. I mean, there's things I could be doing, but again, I was told it was evil. I used to help people remotely, and I was told that was wrong. But stop telling me you're gonna die. If you only knew what I live with every single day, it's constant torture, forced actions and speech. They want you to rebound back and forth to begging God for forgiveness over and over and over and over ad nauseum because it's a cycle of fear, guilt, shame, and horror. Like, it's not God. It's just not. And I'm done with that. He either accepts us and loves us or he doesn't. He decided before the earth was created that he loves us and wanted us, that he wanted us to be part of this family. So don't you think he knew the screw ups we would make? And yet, love never fails. First Corinthians 13 is the love chapter. Two things. First, put your name in there where it says love is da da da, and it quickly shows us what we have to work on. Then do it again and put God's name in there. And Now apply it to him. And when they try to tell you you screwed up too bad, that you shouldn't watch this show or play that kind of music or eat that food, remind yourself of putting God's name in 1 Corinthians 13. I am going to close this video now. I didn't want it to be long, but I want to read it to you, for you, and for me. I will use the word love, but remember, God is love, so it's the same thing. They can't condemn us if we remember this. We were chosen before the foundation of the world to be His for always. And of course, they're going to try to make you think you're this little ant. You know, this is nothing. So what's in here that mattered? And one day people are going to find that out. I'm going to read this from the Message version, which I don't normally like anymore, but it's the quickest I could find. I'm going to read the whole thing. If I speak with human eloquence and angelic ecstasy, but don't love, I'm nothing but the creaking of a rusty gate. Sorry. If I speak God's word with power, revealing all His mysteries and making everything plain as day, and I have faith that says to a mountain, jump, and it jumps, but I don't love, I'm nothing. If I give everything I own to the poor and even go to the stake to be burned as a martyr, but I don't love, I've gotten nowhere. So no matter what I say, what I believe, and what I do, I'm bankrupt without love. Wow. All right, here's the part. So when you get condemned in your spirit or in your face or in your head or whatever, however they get to you, just paste this part out. The love is, put it somewhere. Love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self. Love does not want what it doesn't have. Love does not strut, doesn't have a swelled head, doesn't force itself on others, isn't always me first, me, me. Wow. Doesn't fly off the handle, doesn't keep score of the sins of others. Wow. Doesn't revel, doesn't get excited when others grovel in front of them. Takes pleasure in the flowering of truth. Love puts up with anything. Love trusts God always. Love always looks for the best in others. Love never looks back. Wow. Love keeps going to the end. Love never dies. I love you guys very much, and I really don't have a lot to add to that. But if we put God's name in there where love is, there's no way what they're saying is the truth. You know, we are loved. And I think the biggest shame in the world would be for us to be loved so much and not to become that love to others. It's like, what's the point in being forgiven if we don't forgive others? And what's the point in being loved so deeply if we don't become that same love to others? There's not any point otherwise. I love you guys very much.